Start whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hello to everyone. My name is Kostas Petridis. I'm professor in laser physics. I work for Hellenic Mediterranean University, and here we are for the second Athena European University podcast. The main topic that we are going to discuss is the first joint master degree of the Alliance, which is called Eminent, and I'm very happy to be among friends and among students that they are already following our program. We are here in Siegen in Germany, and we're going to have a fruitful discussion about their experiences and their suggestions regarding, as I mentioned, the first joint master degree of the Athena Alliance. Let's start with our participants in order to introduce themselves using their own languages. I will suggest.
You want me to talk in my language? Okay, my friends. ¿Qué hubo pues? ¿Qué más? ¿Cómo me les va, mis parceros? My name is Leandro. I am originally from Colombia. I did biomedical engineering as my bachelor, and then after some time, I decided to join this joint master program, Eminent. And I'm very happy to be able to speak to you from this podcast.
Pleasure, Leandro. I am Jose. I am from Mexico, Ciudad de Mexico. My background is engineering in mechatronics, specialized in automobile industry. I did 2 years in Germany, several languages, several cultures. That's my passion. And I happily applied for this program because of the full enriching content. And we're going to go ahead for more.
Thank you. You can see we are a very multicultural company.
My name is Olya. I'm from Armenia. I did my bachelor in robotics, and now I'm here in Eminent in Germany right now. And we're so excited to continue our journey with Eminent people.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Adil Masood, and I am from Pakistan. I did my bachelor's back in 2022 in electrical engineering, and then I worked in embedded. And now I'm doing my master's with our Eminent group, and I'm excited to share my journey ahead in this podcast. It's been an exciting time and very fun with my new friends.
Excellent. We are going to continue. We are going to start our discussion. Welcome, Carlos Ήρθατε, in Greek, in this Athena podcast, and I will give the floor to Adel. Adel, please let us know, why did you select Eminent and why Eminent?
I would say there were a lot of factors in my mind, but the main purpose was to go in my passion. Actually, I worked in embedded, but on a macro level, on a sensor network level. But now I wanted to go on micro scale or nanoscale fabrication, and because of the relevancy with my studies, I chose Eminent, and it's giving a lot of insightful knowledge from the very basic physics of materials up till the end product of AI-based sensors. I can say there's a lot to learn.
And for Olia?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, I did my bachelor in robotics, but I was also more interested into the small scales, how things are actually working in nature. And when I was looking for the master programs available for this kind of opportunities, and I found Eminent. And also for me, it was a big opportunity in Armenia. I didn't have a chance to have a nanoscale research laboratories, so it was also the limitation for us. So that's why today I'm here.
Thank you very much. And now I'm moving to Memo, and I would like to ask Memo. Before you arrived, you are coming from Mexico. Am I right? So what were your main anxiety? You are traveling from Latin America to Europe. So what you were expecting to see, what was your anxiety, and how did you manage this, let's say, stress that all of us we have when we move out of our comfort zone?
Yes, of course. The answer is actually there was no anxiety at all. No. There was a lot of anxiety, doubts, push-pull factors that we faced. Actually, coming from Latin America, it's like a whole different world to step ground here in Europe. Different cultures, languages, values, just switching kilometers from each country. And from my background, that I had some experience in Germany, I found myself comfortable with the idea that the values that are being recognized here, that are promoted here, I found it like a way to a new home somehow. The quality of people in the universities, the hierarchy, the prestigious level of these universities were something that calmed down somehow these doubts and this anxiety. because coming from outside of the circle, it's always full of doubts in your head. But once you see that you can get inside that place, that you're gonna develop yourself, it helps you out to calm down those nerves.
And
Yeah.
it makes you more secure and more
Exactly.
safe for your selections. And
say it.
what about our Colombian friend, Leandro?
Well, anxieties, there can be a lot actually. Like always, the paperwork is in stress. The day it's picking your flight, picking where you are going to live. This kind of small things that actually you don't really think of beforehand. You know, only when you are seeing yourself in there, those are a big stress. And even then, I still think those are minor things compared to the big thinking of how I am going to fit into this new culture, this new environment, this new everything. Because like from one day you jump into the plane and when you land, you are already in a different position. You are somewhere that you never thought you would be before. So that really makes you think like, wow, it's actually happened. And I actually, for me, I didn't believe it was actually happened once I landed, until I landed in Heraklion, Crete. Then I started believing it. Before that, it was, wow, is this actually real? I would say this is like my real anxiety, or at least it was for me.
Excellent. And this happens to everyone. I mean, even if you are a student or if you are a professor, when you are moving to a different place, you are wondering, is this the good selection? Is going to be, how close is going to be to our home? And you know, this is a very normal to have this positive anxiety, I will say. But now we are moving from the dream to the reality. We jump into the plane, but of course you are coming for studies and you have some expectations. But you have also some expectations, not only as a students, but as a citizens of the world. So, Leandro, if we start with you and we will go these questions to all of you, what were your expectations from the program, from the new life?
Oh, well, from the program, I was expecting to expand my horizon of knowledge by a lot because I come from engineering background. So let's say if I have stuck more into an engineer, of course, I will always be an engineer, but definitely I think this program has helped me deepen a little bit my knowledge in areas that I was not expecting to be doing. So yeah, that's definitely for one, and I feel like so happy to being here for that. It's really like an expansion of what I already had, and I think it's not like changing me, but it's adding to what I already was and what I was before. It's building upon what's already there, and it's making it better.
Excellent. Excelente. You know?
Excellent, excellent.
Memo, what about you?
course.
If you can keep closer the mic.
Of course, a pleasure. There were a lot of expectations, of course, you know, to get into this program, selected from 600 people and reduced number of 20, actually in this session, in this first edition, 19 people. There were a lot of expectations, of course. I'm going to be able to handle the pressure, the exams, the languages, to be compatible with the legal framework, the bureaucracy, environmental, a lot of different ambits. And somehow this all help to become a better person. That's at the end of the day the goal, to become a better version of yourself. And through all these different interactions in the university and outside, as you mentioned, as a citizen, help you to realize, actually, to reflect where I am, where I want to go, and what I need to do to get to that point. And through all these experiences, we're going through it, but it's a never-ending story, and we always want to become better versions.
What an excellent. This is exactly a story with a beginning, with a middle, and with an end.
Exactly.
Let's give the floor now to Olia to describe us her expectations after you board in the plane, what you were expecting.
Yeah, so my expectations were divided into like two sides. The first, of course, academic expectations. So I was expecting that I'm going to get high quality education. I'm going to dive more deeper into the engineering. And also I was ready for some challenges, which one actually I didn't know which kind of challenges I'm going to face. And then the second part, of course, it's the first time for me to move from my family completely another country to become independent, and it's like you never know what kind of challenges you're gonna face as a individual who is responsible for everything. So yeah, I was expecting that I'm gonna gain a lot of knowledge about my profession, about the field, and also I will gain experience for my lifetime.
Excellent.
And so far, everything is going as planned.
We're very happy to hear this. And what about Adele?
not all the plans happen as we expected, but yeah, it's about the journey. It's really about the journey and the experiences that gives you. For me, I would say after coming here, there were like a lot of expectations and a lot of fears in the heart, because as Olga said, that many students face this when you are coming from a background that has some limitations about research or some social impacts. You have a lot of expectations and a lot of things in your mind, that how I'm going to survive in a country where I'm not able to speak their languages, or I don't know much about their culture, and how I'm going to induce myself into this scenario. So yeah, academically, I wanted to like really be fascinated by this nanotechnology and this type of things. And to be honest, these 2 semesters, it gave me so much knowledge that I had no idea about. I expected that I would be able to learn more about like chip design and nanosystems and these type of things, but the basic knowledge that exists here, I didn't even know about it. So the quantum mechanics that we did in first semester, it was mind blowing. So yeah, it was good. And about the citizen life or the social life, it was more than expectations. What we saw, we had so much fun. I didn't expect that much. I knew that I'm going to Greece, I will be on the best vacation spot. But yeah, it was more than my expectations. It was so good.
Excellent, excellent. Now we are moving to the hard story. You know, what were exactly these challenges that you faced? You can give me an example, and then, you know, a solution. How did you tackle it? Because this is, you know, I will say the completion of a human being. I like to face challenges, to provide solutions, to address them, and this is the maturity. Am I right? So if I will start with Adele, what are the main challenges that you face, and how did you overcome them?
It's a very subjective question for everyone. So for my experience, I would say that academically, you have to be really flexible, because sometimes your background is not matching with the study that you are delving yourself into. The research that you are diving in, it might be very far away from your background. So be flexible and try to learn and try to opt to the new era, to the new technology, and you will find your way. Sooner or later, you will find your way, and you don't need to stress about it. The challenge that was here for me was the mobility, because within like 5 or 6 months, you are packing yourself. You're packing your whole life again in a bag, and you're moving to another country, and then another country, and then another country. It's challenging regarding accommodation, regarding social and emotional connections also, because when you are coming from the Asian part of the world, you know that you have so much emotional drama in your mind, and I would say that was a bit challenging for me to stabilize myself mentally and also academically. It's challenging now in Germany.
Yeah, I still remember, you know, I still remember when I moved for first time from my home. I finished, you know, the undergraduate studies in physics in Crete, and I moved to St. Andrews in Scotland.
Yeah.
You know, this was like, you know, moving away. I was missing my mom and my family.
Exactly.
But then, you know, basketball helped me, you know, to overcome all of them and adapt. So what about you, Olia?
Yes, I think one of the biggest challenge for me in the beginning was the language barrier. I can speak English, I know English well, but studying engineering in English, it was something new for me, because I did my bachelor in Armenian and all the content was new for me. And I have to also learn a lot of new words to at least understand what those things are meaning. And in the beginning, it was stressful, kind of, but by the time I met people who were open to help, explain things, and we formed the study groups. Whenever we had the questions, they were open to discuss and help each other. So it was process in the beginning scary, but then by the time you get used to it, and thanks to the people, you solve this kind of problems. And about the social life challenges, I think it was a really great idea to start from Greece.
Yeah.
Yes, the people were so open, very friendly. Yeah, they're always willing to help you. Even if they don't speak English, they will try to help you somehow. So it was really nice experience to start the journey from the Greece. Yes.
So
Ευχαριστώ Greek people.
so what we can conclude is like, this kind of process, had an impact. At least you made friends forever because you are going to
Yes,
stay friends
definitely.
forever. And I would like to move now to Memo.
Yes, of course.
His artistic nickname, Memo. And I would like to ask you, one of the things that industry appreciates a lot, and I still remember it from some questions, some interaction with Boston Consulting, is like they appreciate to see mobility through your curriculum. And the reason that they are doing this is like because they appreciate people that they are adapted to move very fast out of their comfort zone. And I think this program, through this mobility, and even though that Andel, mentioned, it is a challenge. It's not easy to pack yourself and get familiar with a different process in a different country. However, it's a cultivation of a key soft skills. So I would like to ask Memo and then Leandro, what were the main soft skills that you have developed or you have improved? And think yourself, let's say, when you have selected and you start this dream or this to implement this target.
This journey.
I mean, this journey, thank you very much. I mean, what were the soft skills that you have developed or what were the soft skills that you think that you have improved as Memo?
As Memo, I consider that a good professionist is a combination of the professional academic skills, but also of the soft skills, which projects the human part of ourselves. And as you said, a lot of companies are looking at this balance, how we can go through our daily life supporting the company's objectives, but also how we as people, the quality of human beings that we have, how we can offer. And it's not always the easiest thing to do when we stay in one place. And just as you mentioned, a challenge was mobility. In a matter of 2 years, some of us will be moving for more more than 4 countries actually. This is not the easiest thing to pack in 32-kilogram baggage all your life and one backpack that will somehow guide to your next stop. Like a lot of processes in yourself are gonna be carried out, and mainly mentally. When we try to push ourselves to go out from our comfort zone, we really see that we are open and we are social people. And in those moments actually is when we see that we can transmit and learn. There's like a both way learning path. And in that moment, Costas, is where this challenge is overcome. When we actually learn how to listen to all different people, different cultures, different values, and you realize that your life was in just one city in the other side of the ocean, Pacific Ocean, and this helped you to somehow realize that okay, there are a lot of stuff I never consider. Like okay, there is this new dancing group, there is this language group, there is this cooking sessions. Oh, by the way, the cooking in Crete was good. And from these soft skills, from these hobbies, let's call them, you gain this balance and you show these plus that companies nowadays want to gain, these adaptive human beings. This provides a lot of quality in our CVs, let's call them.
Memo, I'm keeping a lot of keywords of what did you say. So I will keep, adaptation. I will keep resilience because you need to overcome. This is resilience from fallback to comeback. And friendship, I will keep friendship, and I would like to give the floor now to Leandro. What were the key soft skills that describes Leandro now after 1 year of Eminent?
Well, there are many of them: adaptability for sure, resilience, leadership, all of those. But there's one very important one that applies for me a lot. I learned from you actually for one of the lectures we had on soft skills. And for me that I have used not only in my academic life, but also as a person. And it's the capacity of listening or hearing other people and understanding. Sometimes I think we take it for granted or that we are going to be listened or that we can listen to others, but not actually understanding what the other people is saying. I don't know really if it's a matter of because I have to talk in a language that's different from mine that forces me to be a little bit more focused, or just because it's a different culture and then I try to really get close to them. So, but I do think if I were to compare myself to the previous version of myself, I am definitely a much better listener now. I think it's as important to listen as it is to talk and to comprehend the other people. And it somehow it still like permeates everything, and it's a central skill. Once you listen, then you can be a good leader, you can be a good friend, you can be a good like asset for any company or university. So I think that's the number one for me. I definitely think I have improved in that, and I still have lots to improve. But I guess that's what the process is for.
What an excellent words, and what promising, for the next round of students and for us, to continue this program. However, this program is not only traveling, it's not only food, it's not only friendship, it's not only soft skills. That is one of the most important things that the curricula should provide, but it's also hard skills and competencies. So, we know that you are completing now the first year of your studies. You have one more year ahead, more things to learn, more things, more competencies to develop. But if someone will ask you what this program has offered to you until this moment, so if your mama or your grandmother was going to call you or is going to call you and ask you, hey, Leandro, what you have learned there? What are you going to say?
Oh, what I have learned? Actually, that's a very good question, and it's very interesting because I guess in my case, I am the first person of my family who actually graduated from university, so back in Colombia. So even sometimes with my bachelor, it was really difficult to explain to them what I was doing. Like sometimes, and they are so happy for you because they know that you are learning. But it's still difficult for them to follow because it's not their like their interest. It's not like the focus of their lives. And now that I'm even going deeper into the micro world, into the nano world, that's even more difficult because then like I didn't actually expected that I would be coming here and that I would be learning full on like quantum mechanics. And for example, and I've always been a nerd. That's been my life, and my family knows it. So now I started learning about the theories of Einstein, on Heisenberg, and then but even beyond that, how to apply, like not only from a theoretical point of view, because I think it's something that's very important, or it's very nice of this program. They give you a very strong, and I don't use that word like lightly, like it's a very strong theoretical knowledge, but also the tools to being able to apply them in an actual technology, in the actual technological development. But at least now that I am studying this more in the semiconductors field and nanotechnology, I just told my family, yeah, I'm making chips for the phone. Are you happy with that? And then actually I think that they understand that more than what I was doing previously. So that's good for them. Sometimes, yeah, it's difficult to explain, but if they ask me, I would say, yeah, I do math, I do physics, and hopefully I can do this to make technology that doesn't exist but you will know when it exists in the future.
Thank you. I will keep something that you said. MIT has a motto, the nerd pride, but I will keep it for Eminent. Eminent, the nerd pride. All right. And the floor now to Memo. If you have this grandmother test, what you have learned, what are you learning, what are you going to say?
I will say there was a complete plot twist. From a person who comes from the automobile industry, now focused in nano devices, nanostructure, optoelectronics, quantum physics, it was like when you first see those equations on the board, it's like, am I gonna be able to solve that? And all those went through that. That was at the beginning of the semester. When we go through the semester, you actually realize it's not that difficult. And for all of us that have these barriers that I am not sure if I even want to think about it, not even try it, but think about it. It's just a matter of be brave and take the first step to, a lot of people are actually right now doing it. Why I cannot do it? So through the semester, we went through all these lectures, learned how to use the high state-of-the-art equipment, the microscopies, the labs, and through this networking, you realize that it's a piece of cake, actually. Of course, I hope the exams will be like that. In reality, it's not going to be like that. But it's worth it. Every step you do through all the lectures, the exams, the questions, when you raise the hand up, it's worth it because you enrich not only yourself, but all the team that is in the class. And through all this step-by-step progress, we actually became capable to solve these equations at the end or design these chips, go to the nanoscales, do things that actually require a high level of knowledge and dexterity, accuracy, exactly.
So nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible. Just be brave and go for it. Go for it.
Excellent. Excellent. And always I say to the students, like, it's up to you. I mean, one of the main soft skills that we need to develop related to the competencies is like engagement. I mean, don't afraid to do things, and when you have questions, make the questions, challenge the professor, challenge yourself in order to move on. So, Olia, what were the main competencies, technical competencies that this program has offered to you until this moment?
Yes. So in the beginning, when we just start the program and we start to know more about the material science, about the materials surrounding us, and about the products which are existing from these materials, how it's happening, how these materials are working, and it's a lot of new information for me, starting from chemistry of materials, which was completely new field for me, and then here in Germany we already have a hands-on experience where we can actually test the things, build things, or as like a previous example, when Memo was talking about how they're explaining what we are doing right now, whenever I'm talking with my family and explaining, they're like, you are just becoming scientists. We don't know what you are doing, but you are, the purpose is that you are trying to become a scientist. And I hope one day I will, or at least I will try to make a little piece of art in this scientific world.
Thank you, Olia. And what about Adel? Do you think that nanotechnology is an art? What nanotechnology and Eminent curricula has offered to you until now?
As expected from like when I was applying to this program, this Erasmus program, I knew that I'm gonna go with a lot of AI-based sensors and a lot of nanotechnology. But later on, when I landed in Greece, I got to know that I have to know physics, I have to know basic chemistry, and I have to do so much that I never thought that I would be doing. So yeah, as Olivia said, like there was so much challenge in the curriculum, but when you pass that bridges, you get to know that there are some things that adds up later to the engineering that you are using today. We are using our smartphones, our laptops, and finally when you add up all the knowledge, and later on, especially after the physics part or quantum part in Greece, now we are in Germany, and I can say, I mean maybe, but no one can beat Germans at engineering. So the semiconductor knowledge that we got here, and the whole purpose of the semester, I would say, was to learn all the steps that is in this semiconductor industry, and it gave a lot of basic information and also advanced information on how to build the microchips, or also the advanced nanochips that are being deployed in our smartphones or our smartwatches or anything. So yeah, it's a very, very beautiful journey to know these things and to be able to deploy those things by our knowledge that the professors have given to us.
Thank you very much, Adel. And as Feynman said, like a lot of things happens down there. So this is the beauty of nanotechnology, that probably you cannot realize it, but you can realize it in the micro world. So everything happens in nano, but you can realize it in the micro world. It's a miracle that happens.
It's magic.
It's a magic.
Yeah.
However, I mean, this is a program. It's a program with a content, with a vision, but it's a student-centered program. So it's very important to get a feedback from all of you, like things that we can do better. So I would like one suggestion from all of you. Like, this is the things that I suggest or I propose should be corrected.
To make Eminent better?
One suggestion from each one of you. We start with Adel.
That's a thoughtful.
You have the hot potato, yeah.
I have this in my hand right now, so yeah. That's a thoughtful question, but I would say, I mean, the director, the Dr. Peter Bolivar, he has done an amazing job. In the beginning, some students might question, like, what is the purpose of going in so depth of material chemistry and all this, but the design that takes us from the base of chemistry and physics, and then materials and how to make the sensor or the chips, it adds to all of the things that we need to learn in this industry, in this nanosystems industry. So I don't have a suggestion academically, but I would say maybe logistically, the program coordinators can help the students better. it was already so good. I mean, I remember Gareth and Natalia. They were the
Yes.
best people in the world.
We miss them.
We miss them a lot. But yeah, still, there can be a lot of challenges for different people from different countries. So helping them and making the process even smoother can be better, because the new Eminent batch is coming, and still the same story. Many embassies are acting up, and there are so many challenges, and also in mobility we have a lot of things, and the coordinators are doing well. But yeah, that's something that maybe needs some improvement, because we go through a lot.
Thank you.
That's true. Another thing which I think all of us face this problem, it's to choose where we want to continue our journey. And from the beginning,
Yeah.
of course, we had the whole map of the our program, so we know at least from the surface what to expect, what are the expectations. But still, when we move to Germany, we start to think about okay, after this semester we have to go more deeper into the one of the field, so we have to choose the university. And we had some information from winter school, where we had the presentation from different universities. Yes, but still it was very high level, and the sense of the main content, what we're gonna do, it was not that much clear, and what we should expect. And by the time when we moved to here, we start to also learn a lot about the Germany and our journey here. So in this case, it was good because we had two different experiences, but still there are 3 more universities which are offering our program. So I think it's better to have more clarity from the beginning from each university, what they're going to offer and what we can expect. So later on, it's going to be a little bit easier for us to make the decision, because some people still now they choose already, but they are thinking, was it the right decision? Because we are learning each day new things about the different universities, especially during the summer school. So some people still, they're debating if it was a great idea to choose that or this university or not. So maybe this can be a little bit more.
This was a great point, because I would say, I would like to add on this, that in winter school, the presentations were basically about one specific topic or one research, or multiple research, you can say, from a university. But now, later on, after we have done our selection last month or 2 months ago, now we are seeing a lot of opportunities in different companies, and we are looking in different sides of industry. And now people are questioning some part of their choices. That not me. I'm happy with choosing Germany. I'm really happy. But I have seen some of my friends that are like, okay, maybe I like AI more now, or why I'm going to biosensors, or I like biosensors more now, why I'm going to semiconductors. So yeah, in winter school or before that, there can be more industrial cooperation through the program, to show the sides and practically visit companies and labs to see what kind of research options we have that may fascinate us. Because just seeing the presentation and graphs from the slides, it cannot really give us the whole idea. So summer school was very good. It's going amazing.
So I will keep, for the moment, processes to be more clear or more efficient from the coordinators or from the local coordinators as we are moving. And the other one is like more direct and probably earlier information of the capacities and opportunities that the network can provide to you. And I'm keeping that this scientific, let's say, content of the winter school and the more informative of the summer school, probably they should switch, ordering. So in the winter school, to have more information about the opportunities logistically and thematically in a more popular science way, and then the more academic, more research-oriented presentations to be for the summer school. Many of your points are very logical. However, I would like to keep in our discussion that there are some limitations by the program itself by the funding agency. Mobilities within the network during your studies is considered as a double funding. But we are working as a consortium and we are listening very careful. What are you going to say to us in order to find the best possible solution? What about Memo?
One request proposal, actually, I want to make. When we arrived to Crete, also here it happened again in Germany, this cultural interaction was like a shock for a lot of us, and I will propose a program, a body program, or maybe a peer mentor program, where local students can actually take one of us, so we can go together through the semester, and we can increase, therefore, values, language skill, local knowledge about where to go to buy groceries, where to buy good quality and cheap products, where are the main touristic places, these kind of things that only local people know. And this will increase and enrich both sides, the local universities, the students, improving their languages and also knowing about the program they could apply in the future. And also to us, because we will have a deeper insight of the local life. So this program, let's say sub-program or like idea, will have both ways in a social, cultural, and also academic way. That will be a really good plus.
This looks like an agreement for me. I will follow your suggestion for the new incomers, and it's something that we are thinking of, for the easiest cultural adaptation, and you do have your body, for the whole semester.
Yes, it helped a lot, and also listened a lot to Natalia and Georgos Kagavelakis. I got a fracture in Crete, and they all knew how to handle everything, the hospital, the insurance. So this kind of knowledge, for example, not only from professors or administrative department, but also from students.
Excellent.
Yeah. Leandro.
Leandro.
Thank you. And
Last but not least,
that's important. I think that the program is, despite being so new, like for its age, is very well organized in the sense that I don't think many of us have many more suggestions other than some organizational things. I think all of us are somehow satisfied. The only thing that I would like to see in the future, because me personally, I don't have anything else to add what my colleagues say, but we know that the Athena Alliance is big. I'm not saying that we have to put all the 9 countries on Eminent, but the idea of science is always to be expanding and making connections. So hopefully I would like to see, maybe, I don't know, in 10, 20 years, when I am remembering my time of the master, that this program has grown into a more wide networking environment, like not only with our 5 universities, but hopefully with many more, whoever enjoys like technology and science and development.
This is a very nice proposal to organize the Athenian Alumni Club and to be a family. I just returned back from a Fulbright, and I could feel this. Now I'm in the Fulbright family, and I receive a lot of emails, a lot of contacts. I feel like home, and this is the purpose why we are doing this. We would like, through the Eminent to be as your DNA, like to be proud of being an Eminent graduate, not only from the perspective of the academic quality, but also like from the perspective of the links, of the human bonds that we are creating. And that's why we prioritize the opinion of the students, because this is something for them in order to build this Eminent or the Athena family network. Thank you very much, Leandro, for this. And now, as you know, you have to select. You have to pick up your next step. There are a lot of decision makers, factors that they will make you to decide. Life is like a gamble. So don't afraid to do your selection, and keep, any selection has a positive aspect. However, it will be very useful to learn, as a committee, as an Eminent program organizational committee, as an Athena European University, like what are the factors? In your case, Leandro, let's start from your side. Like to select, the 3rd or the 4th semester, the next step within this program. Just, very briefly, these are the factors.
Very briefly, like I would be lying to you if I were to say that because I choose Portugal. I would be lying if I said that being on Lisbon, like that didn't play a role in that. It definitely played a role in that, because beautiful city. I went to visit it before choosing, just to be sure, because all of the universities offer something. So I really did want to make sure that I was making the right decision. I think I did. I went, and yes, I will enjoy my time in there. But I still feel like the number one priority, and that's what I tell to all my colleagues, and we have discussed that, is whatever your passion is. I know that sounds cliche, but like, what else? There is nothing else to add to this, because honestly, you have so many options, and all of them are good. But when you have so many options into your plate, and you have so many good options, you choose what makes you the most happy, what you know you are going to be very satisfied. In my case, I told you I am a biomedical engineer, so I always have this kind of like, let's say, Mitleid in German. I don't know the word in English, but that's why
Never
here
mind,
in German.
let's keep it in German.
Yeah.
I don't speak German.
For like biosensors, natural materials, doing this kind of emerging technologies in the field of biosensors, I think it's going to be very good in the future for me. Hopefully I can do a big contribution on it.
Excellent. So I keep passion, the beauty of the city, the curiosity. And what about Memo?
I will sum up actually to the passions. Whatever fulfills you and makes you happy, it will be always aligned to what you want to do. And if you do what you enjoy to do, well, there's no loss in that. And in addition, I will say also the scalability of your potential. All of the options are amazing options. So there's no way you're gonna wrong or decide the choice. So just follow your passions and also where you want to grow in the industry, in the research centers.
Follow your dreams then.
Follow your dreams.
What about Olia? Are you following your dreams or your logic? A lot of people, they used to say, when you have to decide, you have to have cold heart and warm mind.
Yes.
Is this in your case?
I think in my case it can apply. In my case, I like challenges, and that's why I choose Germany. Yeah, it's right because when I have a pressure, when I see that there are a lot of challenges, I'm progressing faster, and I think that was one of the main reason why I choose Germany, because here I learned a lot about the theoretical and also practical part. And also I met the professors who are really passionate about their work, what they are doing, and they're giving a lot of motivation and also a lot of information and insights about the industry, how things are working, and how we can also in the future to be there to work, to create and make art there. So yes, I'm here for more challenges.
Yeah, I mean, so we can see the impact of the professors to the students who select. They should be visionary. They should love what they are doing, because this is the role of a professor. They are teachers for life as well also. So what about Adele? How did you decide?
There were lots of factors, I would say, but the decision becomes more difficult when the universities are all good. When not like in the first semester, but later on when we were here and we were looking at the universities and they were in contact with students to show the thesis options or research options, I was fascinated by multiple options, like I guess 3, and it took me weeks and weeks and a trip to Portugal to decide that what courses I like. And the future goals, you have to focus on that, and don't be afraid to change your domain if you are fascinated by some technology or some research. I changed a lot of my background study. I switched from there and I chose Germany. Because, as Olga said, that it's so challenging and so advanced. I liked it, and go with the study that's giving you more fascination and more interest. That was the basic factor, and also happiness is a factor. As Leandro said, that I liked Lisbon University, but the domain that professors were offering, it was not really for me. So yeah, that was the reason that I chose Germany.
Nothing fits everything, no?
Yeah.
So because
it's a
of
trade-off.
Exactly. Because of the time restrictions, I would like from all of you to say one word that reflects your experience until now from Eminent. Just one word. You don't have the right to say 2 words. Just one word. We start randomly. Who is ready?
Okay.
You can say love, you can say friendship, you can say freedom, you can say curiosity. It's up to you.
It's process.
Process?
Yes.
I'll keep going with change.
Change.
Growth.
Growth.
I would say friends.
Friends. And I will say passion. So I would like to thank all of you for your contribution. It was really nice for me to discuss with you, as always. I wish you all the best for the next steps.
Thank you
Let's
so
look the
much.
camera and say Eminent and Athena. 1, 2, 3.
Eminent.
Athena.
Athena.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.